Sitting on a park bench, I wondered aloud, what is it about God that makes me so proud? The man to my left, unhappy and troubled, turned towards me and proceeded to grumble. I'll tell you what he isn't, he defiantly snorts. He isn't the one who paid for my shorts. I'm sure that he wasn't, was all I could manage. A failing attempt to take back advantage. Without a pause from the gal to my right. A taunting laugh, with her arms folded tight. We sat for a minute without any sound. All three of us staring at spots on the ground. Then without warning a small child said, I know he's the one who gave us this bread. All three of our heads raised slowly together. One young, one old, and one worse for the weather. He did not, the old man replied, staring at the boy as if he just lied. The little boy moved from his left to his right, then looked at the woman with her arms folded tight. He isn't the one who gave you that scar. The one that you're hiding there under your arm. She nodded her head and she started to cry, wiping the hurt and pain from her eyes. It came from my daddy when he would get mad. Her heart still yearning for a love she can't have. The boy walked back to the grumpy old man. Directly in front of him now he would stand. He looked straight at him and gave him a grin. A grin that made me feel warm from within. He isn't the one who took her life. The one who was drunk and ran into your wife. I waited to hear what the old man would say. How he'd cuss, maybe stare, or just shoo him away. But the old man said nothing and stared into space. The look of lost love taking over his face. When the boy was finished, I thought I was next. But he just walked away, which made me perplexed. I said, what about me, with angst as he turned. Feeling the same as a lover just spurned. He stopped for a moment and turned back around. We all stared intently, not making a sound. What about you? He asked, with a voice so loud. You only question what made you so proud. That's right, I did, I replied. I asked from the start. Why God makes me proud deep down in my heart. And that is the difference between you and them. The little boy said and started to grin. Your question was honest, solemn and different. You asked what he was, and not what he isn't. And that is why I said what I said. That he is the one who gave us this bread. The way that it gets here is beyond your control. But yet here I am with food we can hold. He isn't a baker, and he isn't a cook. And he isn't some character you find in a book. He came here for you, and he came here for me. He came to share bread that was made on a tree. So please take a piece and think of your thought. The one over which all three of you fought. Then take that piece and break it again. And find someone else who could use a new friend. The little boy smiled and stared at us all. His body so small, yet standing so tall. I stood up and thanked him for showing the way. For making so clear what I wondered that day. He gave me that smile, the one from before. That pierced through my heart and made me feel warm. I picked up my jacket and bid them adieu. The boy whom I'd met, as well as the two. Then I walked down the sidewalk with thoughts in my head. Of who I could share with, my new gift of bread.